Hello, this is Soundout here, back to the Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger review. Today we have Minipla Series 2, the Gokai Machine, Gokai Machines. This is the second set of Minipla kits. There's only 4 this time, as opposed to the 5 we had last time, but you get 3 sets per box. So I'm gonna figure out a way to get rid of those extra sets. Just keep watching my videos, I'll let you guys know. Anyways, we have Magidragon, Pat Striker, Gala Lion A, Gala Lion B, in that order for 1, 2, 3, 4. And so let's get started. We'll take a look at the boxes real quick. I like how each box, as you can see, here we have Magidragon with this name down here. We have Gokai, Gokai Red, and then Magi Red. I think that's pretty neat. Though a little inconsistent when you get to other things. There you have the 4 there, and it shows that those 2 make Gala Lion. You got just generic text. On the top you got Magidragon and Gokai. On the back you can see here's Magidragon all posed out with his little text specs. It says Magidragon Gokaiger version. So I thought that was kind of interesting. There's the Gokai, and then there's Magi Red. Pat Striker here. Deca Gokai, Deca Red, Pat Striker, Pato Striker. Because with the accent, the Japanese accent, it's Pato Striker. Same thing on the side. On the top you get him and him. In Gokai mode 2. Deca Gokai mode 2. Pato Striker, Pat Striker, Gokaiger version. Yeah, Pato Striker. See, it has the O. So that's kind of funny. Deca Red, Deca Gokai mode 2. Both the... Oh, I didn't notice this in Magic Ranger, but there's the Deca Ranger logo and the Gokaiger logo. That's pretty cool. So, let me locate that on this one. And there it is. Is that... No. That's the Minipla logo. But there's the Minipla logo. Okay. I was wrong. That's the logo they have up here. Here's Gala Lion A, which you see is just Gao Gokai, so you can't see the legs, so just Gao Gokai. Gokai Red, Gao Red, Gala Lion. On the top you see it comes with half of Gala Lion. It's basically just the head and the front legs, so they don't really stay together unless you have the other parts. Gao Gokai. On the back you have Gala Lion. You have Gao Gokai with Gao Red, Shinken Gokai with Shinken Red. Gala Lion Gokaiger version. So yeah, it's really cool. As you can see, this guy can pose a little bit better than the DX version. And finally, Gala Lion B, which irks me a little bit because they still put Gao Red on the front, and it's still Gao Gokai. It would have been cool if they put Shinken Gokai and then Shinken Red. That's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Tell me below if you think it would have been cool if they put Shinken Gokai and Shinken Red. On the top, you got second half Gala Lion, which is just everything here. Gala Gokai again. Basically the same. Yeah, just the same bag. So, anyways, without further ado, we're going to have to get these open, but we have to open and build them, but we'll need the power of the Magi Rangers first. So we have Magidragon, who didn't really belong to Magi Red originally. Kind of belonged to the 4 Magi Rangers outside of Magi Red, because it was there for Titans, or Majin, the Majin. Therefore, Majin that formed a Magidragon, so just colored red for being colored red, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so as you can see here, Magidragon is a adorable little dragon. I have not gotten the chance to even paint Gokai at this point. So I don't expect these to be painted. I might do a video later after I do paint them, if I do paint them, because they look fine on their own. I really don't see a reason to paint them, but, you know, there's some details missing here and there. You got the Gokaiger logo plus like a rainbow effect with all the colors, which I think is nice. Blue and green kind of mixed together on the camera, but they're separate colors. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a nice detail. The Magi Ranger logo down here. Poseability wise, actually has quite a lot. You can move his head up and down. His head's on a ball joint. You can move his little ear things, though they do like to pop off more than move. His arms move up and down. You can see you can move them up and down, which is cool. His legs do move, aside from his tail popping off. Legs do move back and forth, which is an improvement over the DX version. The wings can move, they can bend, they can fold, they can turn. So you can get him in pretty much any pose you want him to, but he's just an adorable little dragon. But yeah, there's not much to him on his own. But if you want a little dragon on your desk, you know, he's great. That's pretty much it. Now, with the previous series set, Gokaiger can do a lot more. Magic Gokaiger. So as you can see, Magic Gokaiger, in my opinion at least, looks a lot better in Minipla form than in actual DX form. Specifically because you can pose the dragon head so you can get out of the way of Gokaiger's head. You also, like the DX version, have the option to leave that plank there, or you can just pop it off and fold the crotch piece up. Personally, I just leave it off. There's no real point to it, but the option is there if you want to leave it on there. If you're afraid you're going to lose it, you're going to lose this faster, trust me. But anyway, back onto it. It's basically a Magic Dragon just kind of sticking out of Gokaiger. What's nice is it's only attached on one peg, so you can still use the elbows if you so choose to. It takes a lot of finagling, as you can see. These fall off a lot. But once you get them on and you get it posed, it pretty much stays. The wings can be posed how you like, but what I think is the bigged upgrade to this is the feet. On the DX toy, it always bugged me that the claws did not reach the feet here. They did not go over the feet, they only made partial way. And looking at the picture of the animation, the suit, these actually reach all the way over the foot. It doesn't get quite over Gokai Trailer, but it does get right over Gokai Marine. And it doesn't hinder articulation, so that's pretty awesome. You could wield the swords too, but you got a dragon breathing fire. You really don't need swords. There's not much else to say about Magic Gokaiger. I mean, it's got the same articulation as Gokaiger, a little bit limited in the arms in some places, and the waist is pretty much restricted. It's still a ball joint, so it can still move places, but not left and right, I don't think. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Magic Dragon on his own is kind of Magic Dragon, but once you get him combined with Gokaiger, he's really cool. I really do like him this way. And yeah, there's not much else to say about Magic Dragon and Magic Gokaiger, so let's move on using the power of the Gala Rangers. As you can see, Patch Striker is tiny because his Ranger key barely fits in frame when I get this thing in frame. Actually, lengthwise, he's about the size of the Ranger key. A little bit taller. Patch Striker is the small child of the Gokai machines, as he is quite tiny, and his stickers don't stay on very well there. But as you can see, Patch Striker has the SPD logo there, and on the back. So he pretty much looks like the original Patch Striker, except now he's got guns for wheels, which these stickers do not stay on worth crap. He's got the rainbow effect of the Gokaiger logo now. No sounds on this, obviously, because it's a Minipla model kit. But, you know, it looks pretty nice overall. Not much I can say, it just kind of rolls around and... yeah, there's not much else to say. Kansei Deka Gokaio. So as you can see, Deka Gokaio looks pretty nice for this mode. Do have my complaints though. The chest piece sticks out really far compared to how sleek it was on the DX toy. That's pretty bad. Though the chest cavity is small, I can understand that. This is in the gun holding mode hand, so the parts that normally store on the arms are being used as handguns, which I like probably the most. It works a little bit better in Minipla form. And then those are just kind of sitting here, chilling out. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just didn't turn out as well as Mad He Dragon and that mode. Now, you can get rid of the elbows by switching these around like this. I don't think... Well, it kind of looks a little better. It's still... I think the guns are just too big for what it's trying to accomplish here. But that's understandable. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a Super Robot Shogoken someday. But, yeah, this is not as great. The articulation is definitely hindered in a lot of places. Especially when you have these locked up into the arms. Like, as you see when you go to full burst mode, the arms are pretty much dead. They can move, but I don't think, yeah, even fidgeting the elbows around, there's no point, because it just gets blocked right there. That is kind of annoying, but really it's kind of just standing there shooting all its guns off. What else do you want it to do? Anyways, we might as well move along to the big person himself, using the power of the Gala Ranger. Gao! So here is Gala Lion, which was originally Gala Red's mecha Gala Lion. Here he is with the DX Gala Lion of olden days of 2002. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, the Minipla kit, even though it's supposed to be bigger scale, is actually just about the same size as the old Gala Lion. So that's pretty cool how that ended up working, as you can see there. They ended up being just about the same size. Now because of jointage, you can't use this guy in place of this guy on Gao King. So that's a little sad, but you know what? That'd be weird if they did that anyway. So here's Gala Lion himself. Certainly not the same quality as the other one, but it is a cheap model kit, basically. That is a very bright plastic, I'll tell you that much. As you can see, you got the thrusters part back here, you got the tail. His mouth does open, and these little things do flare out. Just like if you press the button on the DX toy. So they just go, and secrets were just revealed. He does have some poseability, but it is limited when you have these things connected. You can disconnect them like that, and then he has all kinds of crazy jointage. Ball joints, ball joints, ball joints. These move. You can get him in any pose you really want to. His stickers do come off, though. Now, being made of two sets, it was the head and the two legs, and then the back section in these. So yeah, if you don't get both boxes, you'll only have half of a Gala Lion. Luckily, they've been packing even numbers of boxes lately. But yeah, there is Gala Lion. I mean, there's not much you can say about him. He's just kind of Gala Lion. Anyways, Kansei Gao Gokaio. Now what can I say about Gao Gokaio besides laziness? Seriously, you just took away Gokai Trailer and Gokai Marine just to have him stick on Gao. Like, Gala Lion, you don't do anything to him. He just kind of sits there and Gao Gokaio just docks on top of him. Plain and simple. And you don't even get new weapons, you still have to use the Gokai Kid. It really is effective in the show because you can run along these really fast and stuff, but yeah, it just kind of doesn't work as designed. It's a homage to Gao Kantaris, which, not my favorite mecha ever, but, you know, Gokai stores the same poseability, except in the legs, but that can be rectified, because remember, you can pop that apart, and then you can get him into some, like, well, if you have everything tabbed in, which most of the time you won't, you can have him in running poses, where he's kind of running, so I can do this right. They'd just be like, stickers are falling off because they're dumb. Anyway, so you have him in kind of a running pose if you can try. That really failed, so I'm going to put it back in normal pose, which is easier said than done, but you get the idea. I mean, it's not much of a mode. It's more just like, hey, we have a cooler mode coming up in the show later. We'll just, you know, throw this on here. Which just isn't totally working at all. Look, the leg just fell off. Again. Yeah, I did something, now it won't go back together. There we go. No, that actually clicked in that. So now the legs aren't, like, sitting... How is helmet's falling off? This kit's just falling apart now. Anyways, well, what else to do besides shinkinger this up? Shinkin Gokai. So here we have Shinkin Gokai, which is probably the mode that everyone was waiting for. Certainly the one I was looking most forward to, and I gotta say, it really did work. As you can see, he's got a new helmet, which is really nice. You got all 5 kanji symbols: earth, fire, heaven, wood, water, and you know, it looks really nice how it works, and the sacrifices Gala Lion or Gala Gokai took to get this is actually sacrifices I'm willing to live with. This mode looks really cool. Now there is some problems. Not including the plank. Here's all that's left over. 2 whole mecha, a little cannon, and a hat. Okay, I can understand the cannon and the hat, but yeah, Gokai trailer and Gokai Marine aren't even part of this combination at all. At all. That shouldn't happen. I mean, they're just, yeah, they should have figured out some way to incorporate them. But, it's okay, I guess. I don't know. It is very red, I'll tell you that much. There is a lot of red. The only color breakups are here. Very little breakup here, but, and then here. But, yeah. Very, very red, especially on the candy toy, or the Minipla, I should say. He's got the double-bladed thing that just, well, his hand fell out. That's new. Anyway, he's got the double-bladed blade with his 2 Gokai Kin plugged in. Now, there's another weapon he comes with, which I didn't show off in the transformation, but here's the Rekadai, which was Shinken Red's main weapon. It's made up of the body part that holds everything together on Gala Lion. And you can see here that you get that. It is very stumpy, it is very tiny. Now the figure arts version would actually be better, but yeah, this can't hold the figure arts version, unfortunately. But what's nice is that as opposed to having to have the Rekadai held in this hand, so you couldn't have this, it actually does fit on both hands on this version due to the way things work. I think it was probably engineered that way, but you can have dual-wielding Rekadai and double-bladed Gokai Kin, which just fell off. But posing is a little difficult here because of these hind legs that are getting in the way, plus the fact that the thing's gigantic. But you can get it in some cool-esque poses, or try to look cooler than it. Well, it's not attempting very well. This arm I usually just kind of keep back like this, and then just have them posed with the tiny beating stick that is the recognized Soundout right now. Also, you could probably just close those up for aesthetic purposes. It's not totally accurate, but it looks a lot better. So that's typically what I do, is just close up the ones that are not being used. It's interesting that each Gokai Trailer, Gokai Marine, and then Gokai Jet and Gokai Racer have 2 pegs, but so far I've only used one of them. So there's something coming in later in the line. Probably not with Gojujin, but with possibly the Furai Maru. They may require both pegs that are inside. But there you go. There you got Shinken Gokai. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It's a really cool posable model kit of probably one of the coolest mecha in Gokaiger so far. Certainly one of my favorites. And I also like Shinkenger, so that kind of helps, I guess. I'd say the Gokaiger Minipla kits are going well so far. The only one that I have issues with is Patch Striker. It just doesn't totally succeed, but Magidragon and Gala Lion perfectly work. Gokai already work perfectly. So you might as well get Patch Striker to complete the set. He's not going to cost you too much more. But overall, I really do like these Minipla kits. I'm glad I took them over the deluxe versions. I may get the deluxe versions later on when they're a little bit cheaper, maybe on Mandrake. Like I've seen some stuff from like Gala Ranger go for pretty cheap even. So we'll see about that, but for now I'm really happy with my Minipla kits, and I will continue to get them, as in July we'll be getting Series 3 with Gojujin A, Gojujin B, and Furai Maru. So looking forward to that. Stay tuned for that review. Check out WritersRangersandRambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible. Discuss, collect, connect with fans, other fans of Tokusatsu with the Ramborgs. WritersRangersandRambles.com/forums. Talk to you, Soundout. Goodbye.